Good morning, everyone. I am Lola Rist with LolaRist.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I have a heck of a mess beside me. Give me a second. I have to pull up Facebook, and then we will get going on this. It always takes a minute or two to get everything together and get it all in the news feed for people. And hopefully I will be able to access comments today. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. Okay, here we go. There's that, and there's comments. Good. So we got it going. All right. So we have had a wonderful weekend. Good morning, Ann. How are you today? Pam and I spent the weekend down in Arlington, Texas, on stage with a whole bunch of other people. Morning, Doris. You girls, I don't know about where you're at, but it's kind of chilly where I am today. Kind of the temperature dropped this last few days, and oh, it's cold. Hey, Tina, nice to have you with us too. Baby Oakland with us. We'll have to see if Oakland's joining us today, or maybe she's not at Nana's house today. So, we had a great time. We thoroughly enjoyed being there. We met new people. We went down Thursday, and we went early so that we could do a workshop with Melissa Kerman. Melissa it's Melissa's Crafting Tree House, and she is, Oakland's asleep, so I have to be quiet. I can't talk to her. She is a real artsy gal. I wish I could have taken my art teacher from school. She absolutely loved the day. She totally would have, because Melissa plays with lots of mediums, and she does lots of very creative, very unusual things with all of her media that she plays with. I would say they're not maybe the kind of card that you're going to make 50 of for Christmas. And that's not what these are. These are unique individual pieces, and each one is going to be a little different, and they are just beautiful, her different techniques. So thoroughly loved Melissa Kerman. Check her out, Melissa's Crafting Treehouse. And then also we did on stage all day Saturday, got out of there at 6. I helped to clean up. I had volunteered to do that. I don't know what I was thinking. I helped to clean up. It took all of 30 minutes. And I tell you what, we've signed up for a 2-hour craft retreat after on stage, and there were about 45 of us probably in there, 40 to 50. I don't know, it's a small group for 50. But anyhow, we were with Jennifer Cotton and Alejandra, and I'm so sorry, I can't remember her name. I'll try to post that in there. Beautiful cards. They used 2 different suites, and we did 4 cards of each suite, and everybody had an hour to complete 4 cards sitting at the table. You had your dies, you had your stamps, and by about the last 30 minutes, I had hit the crafting wall. I was done. I sat there and I was just chilling out. I had folded up everything, and I had a couple pieces of chocolate in my hand, and I just sat there and enjoyed everybody else, and they're all looking at me, and I said, I got the directions, I've got the kit, I've got the stamp set, and I've got all the inks, and I'm going to do those at home, and I'm just chilling. So, you know, I enjoyed it because I had reached the point where I couldn't go anymore. All right, here we turn. So, keep in mind, I need you to know tomorrow's the 15th, I believe, right? I think so. The 15th, Stampin' Up! Has a sale coming out. It is a seasonal sale. I just posted on my blog, so you want to read on my blog, and if you're looking, you see the black spot. That's called Sharpie. Anyhow, they have, it's all on the annual catalog, so you want to look at the list of what's going on, because they have stamps on sale, they have punches, all stamps in the annual catalog, all punches, all embossing folders, all dies, and all DSPs that are not, they're not specialty. When I say specialty, they're not going to be the ones that are the ones with gold foil on them. They're not going to be those expensive packages. These are going to be the packages, I think, that are only the $12 items. All right, so keep that in mind. It begins tomorrow. I have already got people who have sent me a list of what they want, so I can place the order tomorrow. And that helps for those of us that are here in town. That helps because we can kind of bulk it all together and save a little on shipping. For those of you that are out of the area, I'm sorry that's not available for you. But I have, if you use the host code here, UUJKXGTE6, and I'll post that later on. If you have an order of $50 or more, I will be sending you a free package of envelopes. Do you want very vanilla envelopes, whisper white, or basic white, or clear envelopes? So you just have to tell me which one, and that's your present from me to you. So anyhow, let's get going. I posted a picture. Did you see the picture? It is a heck of a mess because I come zooming in. If you haven't crafted with me before, on Monday mornings, I craft on the fly. Morning, Kathy. Nice to have you with us. I craft on the fly, so I have an idea in my head what I'm going to do, but I have no idea if it's going to work or not. And I'm going to take this was a design that was in one of the packets from Jennifer Cotton and Alejandra's package that we did on the night, but it's not the card. They used different cards, and I have just changed it up. You know, I'm always one of those, use what you've got, play with it, just change it up. So I took the card basics of the measurements, and I'm just changing it up. So we're going to use smoky slate, and I have 8.5 by 5.5. It's scored at 4 1/4 in the middle, and then it is scored at 2 1/8. So 2 1/8, and then I folded it back. Okay, so let's get that much done. I am a big person that loves lots and lots of layers. So we're going to take Smoky Slate and Fresh Freesia, which I don't use that color very often. We're going to take Fresh Freesia, and the Fresh Freesia it was really fun to watch on stage when they were like, okay, who took my dimensionals? Who took my snail? You know, they're crafting up there, and it's like, oh, we all do that. That's awesome. No, it's like somebody comes in and steals it. Excuse me. So this is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And I'm going to put that right here. And that was really bad. So let's see if we can fix that. So Pam and I tomorrow night are going to do a couple of the cards that we did with Melissa. A couple of her techniques. Some of the techniques we don't have the materials for because they were using a couple of things that were not Stampin' Up. And it's acceptable to do that. It's just that they're not ones that Stampin' Up carries. So we have to use it and then mix it with other things that Stampin' Up does have. So I'm going to take another piece of Fresh Freesia, and this is 5 3/8 by 2 inches. And I'm going to put it here because I want a more finished look in the middle of the card when I open it. And I'm going to take another piece that is 5 3/8 again by 2. So basically, I used a half a sheet of Smoky Slate and a half a sheet of Fresh Freesia. Okay? All right. Then we have our white piece, and I'm going to go ahead and put my white mat on. And it is 4 by 5 1/4. And then I have 2 pieces of DSP, and that came from, this is on the sale, so I went to look for it, so let me find it. Oh, page 56, I believe I saw it. Okay, so on the sale tomorrow, Abigail Rose, not the suite, is not on sale, but the components of the suite. The dies are on sale. The stamp set is on sale. The paper is on sale. The ribbon is not. And I know in the past, I know that stamps and dies put together are 10% off as a bundle. But I think tomorrow, I'll have to go back and do some figuring. You might have to. Check it out and look at your price. I think the stamp sets are on sale for 15% off. And the die is on sale. I think the dies are on sale for 10% off. So it actually might be cheaper. Sometimes it was cheaper if you didn't buy them individually, if you just waited until the sale was off and you bought the bundle. But it might be cheaper tomorrow to be able to buy them individually. So check that out. Good morning, Jonna. Nice to have you with us today. So this is from that paper, and I think it's Cottage Rose. I think that's the title of the paper. I had it, and then I closed it, you know. So 56. Jim has been outside doing the leaves and stuff. Oh, the leaves are nasty. Okay, paper. The paper is the Abigail Rose. Abigail Rose DSP. And it always throws me because Abbey Road, the music person here thinks of the Beatles with Abbey Road instead of Abigail Rose. All right, so I've got a piece of the DSP, and when I took it, it is 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. So just went down a little smaller than my fresh freesia mats. Oh, he was outside burning leaves, and I can hear him coughing down there. He gets into those leaves and, makes a mess. Okay, so here goes another piece. And it's not necessary to do this middle section, but I like my card to be completely finished. I don't like it when I have a section that's not covered. I think it's kind of weird, kind of funky. So, so here goes this one. Okay, so the card is going to close this way, okay? All right, now we have a piece of smoky slate, and I need to measure these. This one is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, okay? 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, and we have a piece of fresh freesia that is 3 1/8 by 4 1/8, and I'm going to go on ahead and put those together. So if you are on our craft page with Stamp Ink, what is it? Stamp Ink Paper, because it spells STIP. Stamp Ink Paper, Crafting with Pam and Lola. Several people have been posting pictures. Get on there and look. Tina posted a couple of frames that she did with her group on Saturday or Sunday afternoon. Beautiful frames. And then she's been making bazaar pieces for the church bazaar. Just little packets of treats and things like that. People love those kind of things. And then we have Tracy, who's been going at it and making crackers. She's been folding her little cracker boxes with an insert window that you can see through of like window sheet. She's been doing those. So get on there and check it out. And anytime, guys, you post anything you're crafting, do the same. Post it on there. All right, so now we have a piece of white, and I can't put that on there yet because we're going to play with this white. This white is going to be 4 by 3, and it's going to fit right on top of this. But I want to do some stenciling with it, okay? I thought it was really interesting. We went to these 2 different craft retreats. One was the whole day with Melissa Kerman, and the other one was with Jennifer Cotton and her friend Allie. And we both got masks. At both of them, they had nothing in common with each other. And Melissa comes from one of the Carolinas, and the other two gals live there in Texas, and they were advertised separate and everything. And here we both ended up with, they both gave us these masks, which I thought was a hoot and a half. We ended up with, each of them were building around this mask set. So if you've never done masks before, we're going to do that right now, and I'm going to show it to you. These are a great way to build a different look on basic white or on any of your color to get around any DSP. Maybe you don't, you just don't find that you use your DSP like you you want to, and you need something different. Okay. All right. Perfect, Doris. Thank you. Doris said that the Cottage Rose bundle is $53. But if you buy the stamp set individually and you buy the dies individually, it came to $48.25. I thought that maybe it would be more of a savings. Okay? So keep that in mind. If you're looking at a bundle, check and see in the annual catalog if it's something that you can get cheaper than the bundle price, which is usually the best bundle. And where's the end of this washi tape? Oh my gosh. All right. Morning, Arla. Glad you're here with us too. I know the end is right there. I just got to get it pulled up. So if not, we'll make one. We'll cut an end. And I reached and I pulled this washi tape and I'm like, oh, it's purple. All right. Well, heck. So get online. I posted the listing on my Facebook, or not on my Facebook, on my blog this morning. So you ought to be able to get on a PDF and check it out. Keep in mind you want that annual catalog with you, because when they post lists, they don't post it. Oh, we're going to get it maybe. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. It tore. They don't post pictures. They post a list, and they have it listed by page. You guys are sitting there laughing at me. I hear you. I'm going to get enough that I can do this, though. So I'm going to take the washi tape, and I'm going to just tape down my stencil. I tape down my paper with just a little bit of adhesive on the back so that it'll hold in place. And I'm going to take Smoky Slate. I'm still determined to work on that mess there of washi tape. I'm going to take my Smoky Slate, and I'm going to take one of my blending brushes. Oh, guess what? I believe there's new blending brushes that are smaller coming from Stampin' Up. It's in the new catalog. So I'm just going to lightly go over this. You always start off the paper with that, okay? Because it's there. You probably can't see it because I'm so light. If you don't, you're going to have a big ink splotch. And I'm bad about getting going here too fast. Okay, so start off the page and bring it to the middle of the paper. So how many of you have the blending brushes and use them? If you don't use them or don't have them, you need to play with them. And these masks are great to play with because they give you the different shapes. It's just like playing with stencils back in the 80s. My gosh, did we like the stencils on the walls. Stenciled on the walls, stenciled hearts on everything in the kitchen. I had apples, you name it. Okay, so I've got enough that I think I'm good with that, okay? There's the smoky slate one. Can you see it? I'll pull it up a little higher to the camera. I didn't want it to be real strong. I just wanted that light haze in the background. So smoky slate is done. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna clean this. Mask with a baby wipe. Not a lot, but there's enough that, yeah. Okay. All right. So that's gone. So let's come back with our piece of paper. And we're gonna put another layer, but this time we're gonna put some fresh freesia in. So I'm gonna go on ahead and pull off those little pieces of disgusting washi tape that didn't want to work. And I'm gonna pull this mask in, and this may be kind of hard for me. I'm gonna try to lay it here. Okay, that should be right. Okay. Okay. All right, let me clean this brush real fast. I know. I've been hoping for smaller brushes too, Anne. I have them, but I got them on Amazon, and you know, I try to be on things like this. I try to be good about using the right brushes. So anyhow, I could use that one again, but I want to make sure I've got it good and clean, and I don't want to take the time to keep doing that now. So I'm going to reach in and pull out another one. We're going to start with fresh freesia. And what I have done is taken a second mask that will fit in the middle of this piece, but I moved it. So let me try again. It's going to be an image that is going to lay, and it won't be perfect because, let's face it, I am far from perfect. I'm not patient enough. Okay, but I can live with this. All right, and I'm going to take the fresh freesia before I get it all over my card here. And I'm going to tap that in over this, and it's going to put a little bit of a little floral dot image in the middle of those smoky slate pieces. So I know there are some beautiful flower stamps coming. There always are. Jonna, there's a cute Valentine cat one that is so cute, but it doesn't just work only for Valentine's. It works for multiple things. So you'll be excited over that. There's ones that are super cute for little kids. I love the gingham. There is a gingham paper that is just, I love it. Love it. Okay, so when we raise this, there we have that pattern on top. Okay, I'll pull it up here in a second to the camera, but I want to clean this one first, so while I'm thinking about it. What other things did they have? Oh, they have a pirate set that is so cute. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to get hold of the pirates. And they have a great masculine kit coming, and they have a great masculine set coming with beautiful paper. So lots of good stuff coming. All right, so here it is. This is what I did. Can you see it? Am I holding it under the camera? So I've got the smoky slate tile underneath, and then I have the fresh freesia on top. All right, So I'm going to put that off to the side, and I'm going to put these off to the side. And I'm going to put this on my pieces of Smoky Slate and Fresh Freesia mask. Just like so. Okay? And then I will lay that here on the card, and I'm going to put it over on this side. Okay? But I haven't quite decided if I'm going to lay it flat or if I'm going to put it on dimensionals on this side. So I'm going to think about that for a little bit. So let's go on ahead and let's work with what we've got in the middle. So I went with the Abigail Rose or Cottage, I think it's called Cottage Rose. I think the stamp set is called Cottage Rose. I think that's another thing they're going to do is they're going to stop changing all these titles because nobody can remember which one's which. So I think everything is going to go kind of consistent to the same basic thing. So I went with Feel Better Real Soon. So I'm going to go with that one. Feel Better Real Soon. And I went with a Fabulous Frames die that has an oval. Is that the one I want? I believe it will fit. Feel Better Real Soon. That'll fit. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put that on here. I'm going to stamp it, make sure I know what I've got going here. Okay, Feel Better Real Soon. And then I'm going to, that's my only stamp. How's that, guys? I've already pre-stamped everything else. So I'm going to cover this up. And then I use the frame, and I cut the frame first with Smoky Slate, and then I cut it again with white. And I'm just going to fit the white one inside it. And I'm going to take dimensionals, and I'm going to build with that. Trying to think what else off the top of my head. I mean, there was so much stuff. Lots of new techniques that we saw yesterday. Okay, one more. Okay. And a heck of a deal. A heck of a deal. If you haven't signed up bought the starter kit, there is a nice one coming in January and February for celebration. There will only be one celebration this year. I was disappointed in that. I like celebrations, so I'm definitely disappointed in that. So Doris says they really need to have the whole suite or bundle with the same name. Yes, I agree. I think that's coming, Doris. I do believe that is coming. All right, I'm going to kind of offset it a little over this way, and I don't think I did very good matching that. But I think it's too late now to get that over. Oh, well, it'd be fine. Life goes on. No, we got to try this. All right, just a second. I've got a line showing that I don't like, so, you know, just roll those dimensionals off. All right, so I have this line showing, and if I have to have a line showing, I want it on the left side. I don't want it on the right side. So I want it to fit evenly there. So if I have to have a side that's showing on the side, no, it's got to come this way. I need it to be this way. So just a second. This is part of crafting on the fly, you know. Okay. Oh gosh, I don't know, Doris. I've got, there is one that's a desert kind of set that is cool. It has beautiful paper. The pirate, I love the pirate. There is one that's got these little animals that is absolutely adorable, and I am not a cutesy person when it comes to things like that. But that one, I'm going to tell you, is going to be on my list as soon as I can order it. I love the Valentine. I have a Valentine punch that is punches a heart and leaves and a little heart. It punches like 2 leaves and 2 little hearts, and it makes a flower, and it's adorable. Okay. So there's just so much stuff coming. All right, let's go here. So now we're going to go and we're going to take the Abigail Rose, Cottage Rose, whatever it is. We're going to take it and we're going to color in 3 pieces. I'm going to start with the flower, and I'm going to start with, you know me, I like the dark first. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about these blends. I know people have a preference, which one they like the best. And a lot of people prefer the brush stroke because of that tip, and they feel like they have more control. I'm going to tell you what I've been thinking, but I haven't said it, and someone said it over there on stage, and I'm like, I feel like I can now share that, and it's not just my preference. Do you know that you will go through your markers faster using the brush blend? When I say the brush, I mean this one. I mean this one right here. The thicker one, okay? Somehow my phone, I paused. I don't know if I'm on, if I froze or not, but my computer has frozen. Anyhow, they prefer this one. But what happens is you bend it. You bend it by pressing down on that tip, and before you go, it tips and it frays and it's a mess. This one is a harder tip. It will last longer if you just stay on that end. And I've always thought that, but you know, people prefer the other one, but now I can say it because somebody at the company says it's true too. So I feel like that's not just me and my preference. Okay? Because that other tip, they prefer that chiseled one. It just bends and then it frays. And before you know it, you're replacing your markers. You will keep your markers around a lot longer if you use this end. The pin end, the thin end. Okay? And my computer has totally frozen. So I'm still going because I figure I must be okay with you guys. So tell me if you're hearing me. Show me with a thumbs up or something that I'm still okay. Of course, I say that and then I'm over here marking and I can't see. So, am I good? Okay here. All right, I'm keeping going. And I feel like I'm in the middle of the screen, so I'm just keep on going. Eventually it'll catch up, but I don't know why it's frozen. So, this is that rose that's in there. It's real interesting too. This die has one big die, and it will cut multiple things, which I'm not sure I'm sold on that. And when I say that, here's the die set. So it cuts, and it cut that flower. But because these are not photopolymer, they're red rubber, it's going to be hard for you to stamp on it unless you use your stamp apparatus. So, I don't know. I don't know if that's a selling point or not on it. Okay? All right. So now let's do the leaves. And I just have one of these flowers for now. And I have the leaves. And I kind of like the combination of soft succulent light with mint macaron. I used that last week on one of my projects with the girls in Stampin' Up. And I really like that. I like it's kind of a grayish green. And I didn't want leaves that were smoky slate. So I thought this will kind of give me some of that grayness, but still be green. I find people, sometimes they really have to, you know, think outside the box to have gray leaves. They're like, yeah, that's not right. So, okay. So I've put some of the dark in. I'm just going to come in with the mint macaron and fill in. And I like the combination of the two. Just gives that soft, kind of makes me think of on a succulent, like the blue ones. When you go to pick out these beautiful succulent planters in the spring, there's always those blue echinacea, and you go, oh, I gotta have that one. And then you kill it. But anyhow, I was gone over the weekend, and one of the things I did not get done before I left was I did not get my succulents brought in. And being the husband that he is, the good guy, Jim brought my succulents in. He's got them in the garage, and he's got them in the sunroom. And I am so appreciative of him. Megan, our daughter, and her girls were here, which that was kind of a hard thing, knowing I was going to be gone and they were coming to Nana and Papa's house. But I also knew that we were going to see them here this weekend in Branson, so I was okay with that. Anyhow, they came and they baked. Megan likes to, on this weekend, deer hunting weekend, she has a good friend that comes into town, and they gather in my kitchen and bake. And I cannot tell you how many cinnamon rolls and cookies and apple dumplings they made, because it was divvied out. Megan took some home. Abby took some, her friend. They ate some while all of them were here. And then my understanding, Evan came in yesterday, our son, to get his collection of baked goodies. So who knows how much they baked. I know how much of a mess they made, but that's okay. That's part of it. Okay, so now let's put this together. Oh, yes, we are, Jonna. We are very lucky to have the husbands we have. So I'm going to kind of gather this together. And this is the part where you never know what's going to work, how I'm going to go about doing this. So I just kind of play. So I played enough that I already saw that this wasn't going to work unless I come down. I could do that. I can come down because I had my, my greeting is a little bit too low or too far over, even though I moved it. So, okay, let's put some dimensionals. Let's start building. I'm going to put a dimensional on the bottoms because the flowers pretty much got to go there. So, let's see. Nope, it's still frozen, so I'm trying to stay in the camera. So there we go. And then we're going to take and we're going to put some of this leaves down here. I don't know where. Ooh, I kind of like that. I'm going to tuck it under. Okay. So I kind of slid it up under the frame, but it's still there and it's not quite so visible. Let's see. So I also ran some other pieces. In the Abby Rose set, Abigail Rose, Cottage Rose, whatever Rose, okay? In it, they have these pieces that are just the floral piece with no stamped image. I kind of like that one. Let's see what we got here. So we're just gonna kind of play and we'll be done here. All right, I gotta get rid of this leaf. That bothers me. All right, so how can I get this in here? See if I can get a glue dot. Right on there. Get it? Oh, there it is. There it is. Perfect. And slide it under. So it's just kind of touching in there. Now let's do this one. I'm always amazed at those people that can take all these flowers and just post them and put them together and make these beautiful things, especially real flowers. I am not a floral arranger. You would think artsy people could do it all, but I can't do that. All right, there's that one. And I did not put that leaf down, so let's put the leaf down. So I have to go back in and put that other piece. Okay. And I keep doing. Maybe there. Maybe there. Or maybe we just need a leaf. I don't like that leaf. I don't like that leaf. I'm staying with the flowers. Okay. So let's put one right here and we put those on and our card is going to be done. So a recap real fast for those of you, if your sale tomorrow begins, it's annual catalog. They are selling all stamp sets in the annual catalog. Now keep that in mind, annual catalog. All stamp sets are on sale. All stamp sets, all dies are on sale. Stamp sets, dies, DSP, that is non-special, meaning no foils on it. Embossing folders, stamp sets, dies, DSP, embossing folders. I'm thinking there's one more, and I don't remember. Oh, punches. Punches are on sale, okay? Yeah, maybe those would be okay there. And then they have, Doris has already figured out that like this bundle is on sale and it's cheaper to buy it tomorrow on sale individually than it is to buy the punch price or the bundle price. So keep that in mind. And if you have a place a $50 order with me or more, and you can either send it to me calling, text me and tell me what we're doing. I can send you free envelopes. If you get a free very vanilla envelope, free clear, or free basic white. You decide. Okay, I like that. Okay. All right, let's put it on the card. Let's finish it up. And we are going to put the card together. Oh, gosh. Is that not beautiful? We're going to put it on. Now my card, my computer has unfroze, but it's got to catch up because it is way behind. All right, look at this. Okay, I got gem and washi tape on the back. Okay, finishing it up. We're going to put this on with dimensionals on the back. I'm going to anchor it good with longer pieces. We're going to get it on there good and tight so it doesn't come off. And we are done. Oh, we have to put some embellishments. I mean, you got to have some bling on it. I brought the ribbon out, but I don't think I need ribbon. Okay, here we go. Let's finish it. Okay. Don't believe I need a bow. I mean, we could play one, but I'm sure when it's all done, I'm not going to put it on there, I don't think. And maybe not a bow. Maybe just a knot. You know, I like knots. Let's just do a knot and see what we got. So the new catalogs, I have yet to see when they're available to order. Oh, that's not bad. I can do a knot there. The new catalogs should be ordered. I would assume that we order those the first day of December. And I think that is when all demos, anyone who has purchased the starter kit, can start placing orders from the new catalog. Customer catalogs will be available. That's okay. I can live with that, though. Customer catalogs, they can order from the new catalog January. Okay, we're almost done. Let's get some bling on here and call it good. And we are done. If you haven't got those masks, start looking at the masks. The masks are an easy way to add texture to your card. And if you can't find a DSP that especially works, like I wanted fresh freesia and soft succulent, guess what? You can make your own on that. So there's my card. Okay. Love it. All right, guys. Thanks for being with me today. Appreciate it. Love to each of you. God bless. Take care. Bye-bye.